On December 8, 2024, Syrian rebels captured the capital city of Damascus. Bashar al-Assad, the dictator of Syria, fled Syria to Moscow that day. After over a decade of fighting, the civil war is finally over. But in just a span of 2 weeks, the conflict went from a stalemate to a total rebel victory. But how did this happen, and who is the group called HTS who was at the forefront of leading this recent breakthrough? Hayat Tahrir al-Sham, HTS for short, is a Sunni Muslim rebel group fighting in the Syrian civil war. It was founded in January 2017 as a merger between various Islamist extremist groups. Its current leader, al-Julani, was a former member of al-Nusra, otherwise known as al-Qaeda in Syria. Julani began his military career in 2003 by resisting the U.S. occupation of Iraq. After being imprisoned in 2006, he was released in 2011 and subsequently joined in on the emerging Syrian conflict. He was tasked by al-Qaeda to form a new branch in Syria. When first starting out, he was working with Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi. In 2013, al-Baghdadi split from al-Qaeda and founded the Islamic State in Iraq and Syria, commonly known as ISIS. In doing so, he came into direct conflict with al-Nusra. In 2016, Julani also split from al-Qaeda and formed Jabhat Fatah al-Sham, which morphed into HTS the following year in 2017. Al-Qaeda greatly opposed this departure and disavowed HTS. From 2018 to 2020, HTS continued to strengthen its position in Syria, crushing rival factions, destroying ISIS cells, and securing the northern city of Idlib from Assad's forces. From 2020 to 2024, the fighting appeared to quiet down. Yes, clashes and bombing still continued, but in this time period the map barely changed. During this period, HTS was rearming and preparing for the opportune time to strike. In 2022, HTS began a period of rehabilitation and tried to present a more moderate front. The group began to preach against extremism and spoke of delivering humanitarian aid to refugees and residents under their control. Tensions did relax with Western powers after this, but sanctions and the terror designation remained the same. On October 7, 2023, Hamas launched its all-out assault on Israel and began a domino effect that would cause the fall of Assad. Hezbollah and Israel would begin clashing a few months later, and that would culminate in the pager bombs and targeted airstrikes that would take out all of Hezbollah's senior leadership. This is critical because Hezbollah was a key ally of Assad and was critical in his regime remaining in power. Likewise, Russia, who had provided massive aerial bombardments of Assad's forces, is tied down in Ukraine and has suffered tremendous casualties and equipment losses. HTS saw this as their time to strike and went for it. On November 27th, HTS launched their blitz assault, smashing through Assad's forces with ease. Within 2 days, the rebels had managed to capture the strategic city of Aleppo. Assad's forces were in complete disarray, and on December 5th, HTS captured the city of Homs. On December 8th, Damascus, the capital city of Syria, fell to the rebels, marking the end of the Assad family's 50-year rule.